100. I'm giving away food trucks right now to people that want to start their business. So that was very impressive that you all did, business plans. Right? I understand, because this is what the people got to do to get this truck from me. They got to have a business plan. Everything you put together is what they got to give me to be able to get this truck. When we gonna do that? On the 3rd or on the 4th? Right. On the 4th, we're giving away a food truck that these people are gonna have their name on it. We're gonna partner with them. Right? So we're gonna help you get to the bread. So if we just did an ebook to show you how to get to the money. Right. See, the whole problem with violence is you don't have the bread to get what you want. Exactly. So when you can't get the bread, somebody gives you some money to do something stupid. Exactly. That's where it all comes from. Right? So we're gonna try to help people get to where they need to be. And I'm glad to be here with y'all. This is my nephew Benny, he's a business partner there. I believe in the young generation. That's what I believe in. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I believe in y'all. Because, I once was y'all, and that's who I hired. I got people making $85,000 a year that work with me. Yeah, so we believe in going back to where we from, working from that level.
Right. And that's why we wanted to bring a self-made millionaire businessman to y'all so y'all can see that he come from the same struggles that we all come from, same challenges. As a black man creating a business to hire other black people to push us forward, not putting us out here, guns, drugs, and all that stuff. We putting food in our hand, making us feel good. It's good food at that. And you see how many restaurants that birth from that? So one of y'all can start one business that can birth into being the next multi-millionaire for y'all culture and being able to get back to y'all community. Because now you're about to change somebody's life and give them a whole food, but we're going to break generational wealth gap. We have a generational curse where a lot of people come from food stamps, come from having nothing, come from struggle. You know what I mean? So now we finally getting recognized in the business aspect of being entrepreneurs, and now we're trying to create some young entrepreneurs, which is y'all, to show the future, to be able to invest in y'all, so that y'all can carry the torch for Alabama and make it great. So us coming back, giving back, showing y'all the right way, we weren't doing it before. We ain't had people to do this for us. We had people to show us the wrong way. Right. I mean, now that we have to go through our struggle to get to where we at now, and we giving back, and y'all the resource, it's a blessing, man, to have y'all here, and have y'all understanding where we at with our people and the condition of our people right now, man. So, you got some good leadership around y'all, and we trying to bridge the gap. You know what I mean? Some of y'all can probably come down, who's interested in the food business, chop it up with bro. He one of the ones that made it happen for us, man. And when we first met him, we seen his energy, man. He a real man, a real leader, man. And he invited us into his business, let us come into his back rooms and his personal space because of the energy. We know real energy when we get around it. So y'all gotta take advantage of these moments that y'all having people around wanting to invest in y'all. And like he said, he giving the food truck away, but they have to predict their business. They gotta have a budget, they have like a plan. The same thing he had to have when he went to the bank to get his loans to start his first business. He's giving it back to y'all to show y'all what he did.
Let's say the banks don't give it to you.
Right.
Talk to it.
Right? So let's be real, right? The banks ain't gonna give you nothing until you earn it.
Right.
When you're a different breed of people, the banks give it to you.
Correct.
Right? But know how we start a business? We start a business like this. We take $100, we go to the bank, we get a check, a book, right? A checking account.
Right.
$67 go to the checkbook.
Right.
You start the business with $33. That's how they start up. Right? So we're gonna show you how to get to that money without going to a bank, right? Because the banks ain't gonna give it to you. Don't be fooled. Right. But that's your discourage. Right. So anything that can discourage you, we're gonna stop that part.
Exactly.
You understand? Because if you know the roadmap to get to the other way, that's how you do it, right? And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna share the wealth and we're gonna share the blessing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you how to get there without have to be turned down. I'm a bankroll a lot of things because the bank won't do it to us.
Right,
you understand?
correct.
That's just real.
Correct.
We ain't gonna fool you just because you learn how to do it and then you get denied, then you saying, damn, this don't work. No, it do work. You just have to work it a different way. We don't have the same options as everybody have in the world. Like we don't. You know what I mean? We're just real. So I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Right. Yeah. And that's what that 500 about that's finally started our business that getting donated. That's coming from the people. You know what I mean? Get y'all going so y'all can sell back to y'all people. So that's why he said we skip the banks and we invest in each other. We can utilize our money to go and buy a product. Word. That's what they going to do now. So y'all got any questions?
Yeah. We got one question back there, but before we have the question, if you look around, each one of these kids made $500 for the start their own business. This how many kids we just started business with. And
How gone, family?
this is one of our kids who want to own his own restaurant one day, and his business is a catering and food business. So he wanted to ask a few questions of you, like he wants to come out and maybe shadow you or be a apprentice, do something to learn about the business. Come up, stand up.
Stand up and speak up.
Walk up to him and shake that man's hand.
You gotta protect your voice, man.
That's a great thing, fam. Great thing. Y'all show us some love. Show us some love, fam. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. That's what we came here for. That's what we're here for.
Speak with your chest, talking to a man, businessman, and we want to see your confidence if you want to invest in it. One mic.
Okay, listen up. But the team can hear you too. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask, how did you start your business, sir?
Well, actually, when I started, I was in prison. I started out when I did 10 years, right? So when I was in prison, I created Exotic Wings.
Right.
So Yo Chef ain't the first thing I started. So Exotic Wings was really my stepping ground. I did 34 restaurants like that. So you understand? So how I started was I visualize, you paint, you draw, or you get a picture of something you like.
Right.
The business you want, and you look at it every day. Because you plan it in your brain. See, it's like the secret is this. Whatever you ask for in the world, you'll get it. The people that don't ask for it, that's the one that don't get it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole secret. Just say, I want this, and you'll get it. You see what I'm saying? It might not happen that day, but it's going to happen because you want it. You see what I'm saying? But I'll show you how to start it. I'll let you come down, work with it, show you how it goes, and I'm okay. But you like, you just come and give me your sweat. You come in, we'll hire you.
Dang, got a job, man.
You see that?
Got a job, man.
Well, I got it up. When I was in prison, I made Bible covers, right?
Listen up.
So I made Bible covers in prison. So, and I had other people that had been there 20, 30 years that couldn't spend the money that they could. So I had my mom, bless her soul. That's the only reason I'm back in Birmingham. So I came back. I said I'd never come back here. I got rich here, failed, went back to prison. So just because you get money don't mean you can't make mistakes, all right?
Right.
So I made mistakes and went back to prison when I had $1 million in the bank account. Right? Go back to prison, end up meeting a knowledge. I had to go there back for more souls. To meet some more people, because now, 20 years later, these same guys I went and met coming back that then got out to see me.
Exactly.
Right? I never had social media to this year in my life, never wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm too old for it, you know what I'm saying? Just that never want to be on the grid, because I look at life probably a little different than most of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, how I started my business, I made the Bible covers. I got out of prison and I sold 5,000 Bible covers for $50 a cover. So $50,000, it was a $200,000 project. I gave the people that did the project for me together, I gave them $50,000 for taking the orders from their church. Right? And you know what I'm saying? When they took the orders, they made $50,000. I had dudes in prison making the Bible covers, they made money. So when I all finished out, I made $62,000. I started this other one. That was my bank.
Wow.
That's encouraging.
That's hustle, fam. That's hustle.
You want you a son, you want you to one of the godfathers of your city, of Birmingham. He's the godfather almost of y'all city down here. And he's trying to make a difference with you guys. So basically just take this opportunity to understand that if he could do it from here, y'all can do it too.
Absolutely.
That's all. Hold up, so he said he got a question. I'm trying to invest. You got one more question back here. Go ahead. You got to yell.
One mic.
Stand up. Speak with your chest. How you came up the name with soul food? How you came to that name?
Well,
Yo Chef.
soul food been around.
He said Yo Chef.
Yo Chef. Yo Chef, right? So like, I met a chef in Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta. I went to a place, it was the oyster bar, right? So it was this guy, he was good in there. So every time you talk to somebody, you answer the phone, yo, right? You understand? So he's a chef, right? So yo and chef, right? So I'm speaking to him. So I put his name in my phone as Yo Chef. I didn't know his name, right? And when I brought him to Birmingham, that's what we named the place. You know, he was like, damn, that's a good name. You know, it's personal. You know what I'm saying? And you wanna make stuff where people can personalize it. Now, that name has been around before me, but nobody took the initiative to register that name. So after all that, I registered that name. So anybody got that name, I could take it from them. But my heart ain't to take. They making money, not hurting me. You know what I'm saying? Now I did it for they can't come at me, right? But I ain't gonna come at them. You get it? So if I wouldn't have did it, they probably would have came and tried to, you know, say, cause we doing well. We did $7 million last year in the hood.
You hear that?
Right? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, this year we on track for 9 million.
Let's go, man.
You know what I'm saying?
9 million.
So this is a place that in our own place where they saying it couldn't be sold there because the average household makes $16,000 to $20,000 a year.
Right.
I'm selling a $40 plate. They can't afford that, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what you do when you're in a place that can't afford what you sell and other people come, you don't want to offend them because the money can shift at any time. People don't come to you no more, and you told the other people, I don't want to talk. I talk different, right? I cuss and everything. I'm one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But talking to, you know, I want to talk correct. You know, because this is what it's about. You know, so that's how we came up with Your Chef.
Absolutely.
You know.
Hold up, listen up.
Always think that stuff's gonna be great. Because if you don't think it's gonna be great, you got to sell your energy. Right? So when to everybody around you, you got to sell the energy that you believe wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? So we had a different concept when we came. So this is done by the Creator, right? So when you're being guided, you know, and I got enough sense to know it's not me. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in life, so really, we did an app. We wanted to do food trucks. I didn't really want to deal with people, right? I wanted to deal with industries that people was in jobs. They was trapped there for 8 hours. They get 30 minutes to eat. They don't have enough time. So that gave me a core of business to go with, right? So, but after the corona, people wanted something new. And black people tired of chicken wings. That's why I bring you nothing. I brought you pastas. I brought you hibachi bowls. I brought lamb chops. I brought, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we brought you
Yeah, what she said. Put some respect on the name now.
Oh, we sell lamb chops. We sell high-end.
Listen up.
But we sell also, that's what I was trying to say, in the neighborhood. The neighborhood, we have a drive-through as well. So our drive-through sell fried chicken, burgers, Philly steaks. That's the neighborhood. That's what they can afford. Right? So you don't want to say, hey, I ain't got nothing for you. So we got two.
Oh, I do.
You know, so we got a menu for the neighborhood, and we got a menu for the inside. You know, and people don't have to drive where they're not really welcome to spend their money, you know, and nobody's gonna give nothing back. None of them places we go drive that say they're giving nothing back to the community. The people that have the less money get the most back. The people the richest want all of it because they stuck it in their soul. And they think it's theirs, but you leave all this on earth. It's not yours, you borrowed it. Go to a thrift store. You go to a thrift store, you'll find the same thing in Lululemon in the thrift store. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, what you know about Lululemon?
I got daughters that go to Hollywood and I mean, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Any other more questions for your chef? We good? All right, then. All right.
Doggone family, I'm glad I was a part of it. Your welding coach in the building.
I want y'all to say thank you to Your Chef. Thank you for the food.
And one thing, we do that. We got a thing that we say, right? We at Your Chef, when you come there, it's like, who's chef? We'll holler that and we say, Your Chef.
Okay, let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Danny put that together. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so one mic, everybody meet Kenny, let me know who you is.
Listen up.
I'm Benny, and like Aunt said, we're gonna break down the Your Chef. Okay. So I'm a 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say who's chef. Everybody else gonna say
Your Chef.
Loud.
loud.
Your Chef.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Who's chef?
Yo, chef!